We're here at Aeromotive right now, and I'm with my buddy Jackson. Jackson's helped us out on our Formula Drift stuff, solving difficult fueling problems, and he has some stuff that's even better for this year. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, we've really stepped up this year into our Pro Series. This is kind of our old traditional Pro Series, which we rarely used to sell a lot of, and now that E85 comes up, it simply wasn't able to keep up with the demands. As you can kind of see here, we've stepped up to a brushless motor, so you're going to get about half the amp draw that you used to have out of the old traditional Pro Series. So what we've kind of done here is our traditional G-rotor mechanism is what we used to come in all of our pumps. We've upgraded that to something similar to, say, our spur gear pumps that our boss uses on his Pro Mod car. These things are going to be capable of extremely high pressure and reliability. We've really gone through here and worked a lot of the end plates and the outlet plates to be contoured for extremely high flow.
What else have we got here?
All right, let's swing over here. So this is kind of our old traditional A1000 regulator. People are probably familiar with this it's been around for probably the last 20 years. You have seen these on everything from your sport compacts to drift cars and everything in between. We've really decided to upgrade this look, shave a lot of weight off the bottom and off the top, squeeze everything down. We're getting all the same flow and performance, but in a new slick compact design. We've also expanded. It was always available in a 6 and a 10, but we now offer it in an ORB 8.
So Jax, you want to explain a little bit about the drop-in fuel cells and maybe the mechanical fuel pumps?
Yeah. What we have here is we've always done inline fuel pumps. As in years past, we've seen a lot of success with people putting the pump inside the tank. We're really just expanding on that lineup. We've offered cells a lot in the years past for drag racers. As things go, that everybody from drifting to these trophy trucks are really seeing the benefits of putting the pump inside the tank as far as reliability and slosh and cooling. So now we offer these so you can have these custom put inside, say, a dual wall containment fuel cell if you're not using one of our metal cells.
How about the super high capacity mechanical pumps?
This is really for the people on the far end of the spectrum. I think we know how this goes. You've reached a point where electric pumps just don't keep up anymore. We offer everything from 6 and 12, and then we go all the way up to 32 gallons. So we've really covered the spectrum with these large pumps.
So Jackson, I know that fakes are a big problem in the industry, like a lot of the crap that gets sold on eBay, and your stuff gets knocked off a lot. You want to show some of that stuff?
Yeah, we've seen a real big increase of this over the last couple years. This is something that's commonly found, I say, on an Amazon or or an eBay. This is not an authentic part. You'll kind of notice the anodizing looks a little bit shinier. It won't have the same brass screws for the gauges. These assembly screws don't have lines on them, as well as many of the parts on there just have a cheap feel to them. You'll notice that the ports aren't the same size. The diaphragms inside of it are not E85 compatible and typically can cause a lot of problems when they tear and rupture. And that's a lot of times when people realize that they don't have an authentic product anymore.
So Jackson, that's a fake eBay pump there.
Yep. Regulators aren't the only thing that we're seeing knocked off. We've seen an increase in 340 counterfeits come across our returns department.
So how does a consumer tell the difference between an obvious fake and the real deal?
It's really kind of tricky when you're buying online. You're really going to want to try to look for an authorized retailer. But when you get the pump, if something doesn't feel right, and that's really the biggest thing, is we all know how counterfeit parts feel in your hand. This body has a little bit shinier finish. The part numbers aren't going to line up in the same place as an authentic one. We have now changed it so that we have our logo embedded inside of the cap, so that to further combat these knockoffs.
Well, that's awesome. Like a bad fake fuel pump can actually blow your motor and cause all kinds of issues. Yep. Tuning issues, motor life issues. So don't buy fakes.
Yeah, it's something that you think you're saving $50 can end up costing you your $5,000-$10,000 motor, and we really don't want that to reflect on us. So please be sure to buy from an authorized retailer.
Well, thank you, Jackson. That's Aeromotive, folks.